What if you spent years paying for a property, faithfully issuing post-dated checks every single month, only to find out in the end that you can never transfer the title to your name? This is not a fictional story. This happens in the Philippines, and it is happening right now to unsuspecting buyers. Today, I am going to walk you through one of the most dangerous mistakes a real estate buyer can make: agreeing to in-house financing with a private seller on a resale property. Stay with me, this could save you millions. In-house financing, in the context of resale or secondary market properties, is a private arrangement between the buyer and the seller. A no bank, no developer, no third party involved. Here is how it typically works. The buyer pays a significant down payment, sometimes 20%, 30%, even 50% of the purchase price. Then both parties agree on a monthly amortization. The buyer issues post-dated checks covering the entire balance, spanning months or years. And the seller promises to hand over the title once everything is fully paid. It sounds simple, it sounds convenient, but here's the problem that most buyers miss. The seller keeps the original title throughout the entire payment period. And that one fact opens the door to a long list of very serious risks. Because the owner still holds the transfer certificate of title, or TCT, they remain the registered owner in the eyes of the law and the registry of deeds. This means the seller can go to another buyer, show that clean title, and sell the same property sick again, while you are still paying your monthly amortization. Under Philippine law, the registered owner is protected. If the second buyer is an innocent purchaser, their claim may be given greater weight than yours. Your remedy? A long, expensive court battle, and no guarantee you will win. Here is another scenario that is just as alarming. The seller, who still holds the title, decides they need quick cash. They go to a bank or a lending company and use your property as collateral for a loan. Because the title is clean and in their name, the bank approves it. A real estate mortgage, or REM, is annotated on the title. You have no idea this happened. You keep paying your monthly checks. Then one day, the seller defaults on that mortgage loan. The bank forecloses. And suddenly, the property you thought would be yours is scheduled for public auction. Let us say you reach the end, you make your final payment, you go to the seller to claim the title. You might think the hard part is over. It is not. When you bring that title to the registry of deeds to process the transfer, the officer will check for annotations, encumbrances, liens, or mortgages. If the seller mortgaged the property, you will see a real estate mortgage annotation. You cannot transfer the title until that mortgage is fully settled. And here is the brutal part. You have already paid in full, but the seller used your property to borrow money. Now you are stuck. Either you pay off their debt or the property goes to foreclosure. What happens if the seller dies before you finish paying? Now you are dealing with heirs, and heirs do not always agree with each other. Some may honor the arrangement, others may contest it. If the estate goes through settlement, your claim on the property gets tangled in a legal process that can take years. Many buyers assume that Republic Act 6552, known as the Masita Law, will protect them. Let me be very precise here. Masita Law protects buyers on installment from developers. But in a private seller-to-buyer arrangement for resale property, the application is not always straightforward. You may not have those same protections. Read your contract carefully. Better yet, have a lawyer review it before you sign anything. Even if everything goes smoothly, in-house financing creates complications. Capital gains tax, documentary stamp tax, and registration fees are real costs. In some cases, sellers defer these payments, meaning at the time of transfer, you discover there are outstanding taxes and penalties that have been accumulating. Additionally, if the deed of absolute sale was not notarized properly or never registered with the Registry of Deeds, your legal protection is severely weakened. A verbal agreement or even a private document carries very little weight against a registered title. This is why you must be extremely careful. So what is the safer path? Number 1, go through bank financing. The bank conducts due diligence, verifies the title, and ensures the property is clean. Number 2, if you must do private financing, insist on an escrow arrangement. The title is held by a neutral third party and is only released upon full payment. Number 3, annotate your contract on the title. An adverse claim filed at the Registry of Deeds signals to the world that there is an existing claim. Number 4. Do a title search before you pay anything. Request a certified true copy of the title. Check for any annotations, liens, or mortgages. This is not optional. Number 5. Hire a real estate broker and a lawyer. A licensed professional real estate broker understands secondary market transactions and can guide you properly. In-house financing on resale properties feels like a shortcut, but in real estate, shortcuts often lead to expensive detours. Protect your money, protect your family, do the due diligence. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone who is currently looking to buy a property. They may not know these risks. Work with licensed professionals. And if you have questions or need guidance, reach out to a licensed real estate broker. This is your hard-earned money. Treat it that way.